Hi, this is the second part of the integration between Kogito and TrustyAI. We are going to talk about the setup of our OpenShift cluster. So let's create first of all a project that we call my trusty demo. And now we have to install a couple of operators. But first of all, let's see why we have to install those operators. So if we have a look at the Trust infrastructure, we see that first of all we have our Kogito service, which is the application that we created in the first video that contains our VMN and etc. Then we have a Kafka broker, so we will need a Kafka instance. And then we have some services here, but we will talk about them in the next video when we will talk about the deployment, and we will explore a little bit more this infrastructure and this architecture. But then what we need as for the infrastructure is InfiniSpan, or anyway persistent storage. But in this very moment, InfiniSpan is supported by Trusty. So we need Kafka and then we need InfiniSpan. So we have to install the operators for those services. So let's go under operators and then operator hub, which is the marketplace where we can install all the operators. So string-c and we select that we would like to install it under a specific namespace, which is the one that we just created. Then we do the same for InfiniSpan. And pay attention here to install the version 1.1 because the other two, the version 2 is not supported yet. So let's install it, and then we can finally install the Kogito operator. And here I'm using the version 1.0.0. Alright, so now let's wait everything to be installed. And here we see that Kogito offers a specific custom resource, which is Kogito Infra. So here we have two options. We can use this custom resource to create a couple of resources, one for Kafka and one for InfiniSpan. And if we create them, then the operator will take care of the management and the deployment and everything for the Kafka and for InfiniSpan. Otherwise, the other option is that we, as a company, as a developer, anyway, as a personal preference, we can take care of everything, right? So we can install and deploy a Kafka instance with custom configurations as well as InfiniSpan, and we don't need the Kogito infra. We have just a way to bind the existing Kafka instance with the Kogito services. We are not going to talk about it, but you can find all the information in the official documentation if you would like to follow this way. But today I'm going to use the Kogito infra custom resource so that the operator will take care of everything. So a quick documentation about this custom resource can be found under the official documentation. So let's do the following. Alright, so let's create it. So the name is Kogito InfiniSpan Infra, which is the same on the official documentation, and then we click on the resource and we see that the API version as well as the kind is already correct. So let's create it. Now we do the same but for Kafka. So Kafka, then the API version is this one, and then find Kafka. Alright, so everything is set up in this very moment and we just need to deploy the services, but we will see it in the next video.